is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to... You must accept this file as thanks.
Spiders will be the size of curls.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
Is this...
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a single dope. It may be a gent. I wish there was.
How are you feeling?
Light. Mid-here.
Good. Just relax.
Thank you, Daya. I'm...
He's gone. Thank you, Roger. And you, Clive.
I'll see that he's...
The man you helped today was my mentor back in the Southern Isles. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents to treat the wounded with my... But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true physicker's art.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite.
And the kindness Sid...
You know as well as I what life is like for a commander, mate. I've no tears left. I've seen too many of them. Something, and we need to be...
And we will.
I hope so.
Clive. I do so enjoy our little chats.
We can give her.
About that offer, Gav?
How are we doing, Mid?
I thought you said that ship was fast!
I haven't done this alive in 20 summers! Come on, then! Which of you lot fancies meeting Ogre Killer Jets?
I thought it was called Heartbreaker.
Silver and the conflict occurred. Without a pay, and I'll be damned if I'm going first.
Over here! This one!
That was easy enough.
All right, you lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain.
Clive?
But I thought he was...
Confounded. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
Up for another round?
Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield? My boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Those are my eyes. No matter, heads will roll all the same.
Mate! New plan! You leave! We follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor! Engine's dead slow ahead!
Have care, my friends. 'Tis not blood that runs through an Eddie's veins. These foes will not fall easily.
But they will.
Like oaks before a woodman's axe. Good thing I brought one! This one.
How long are we meant to keep this up? As long as it takes. Unless you have a better idea.
Well, I've already killed at least 5 of them bastards.
Fuck it! Let's do the lot!
Should we make for the ship?
Not yet. Wait for my signal.
This one.
In your own time, Clive!
Right, grab for it! Now, mate!
All right, engine full ahead! And hold on tight!
stations! Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine? Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive? The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye. And they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ah! You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back. Oh, oh, there. Oh, oh, oh. Cheerio! Oh, yeah. Do keep up, my boy.
Well, we can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
Great God of mercy. All this.
Between here and Waloed, but any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehenge.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours. Look alive, boys! Full ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Aye, aye!
Do you feel that?
Jill.
All hands! Battle stations! Let's see what this girl can do.
Where one leads, so does the other follow. A bond of consciousness which joins them, condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold. Fascinating. But then, there is naught my blade cannot sever.
Great Gregor's gosh!
One of us.
Brutes! And brace for impact!
Now or never.
I'll find her.
Where did you hide her, Barnabas?
Get down!
This one. Stay down. Kill. Vocal. Get him.
Get back!
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands. Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Stand still!
Phoenix. Are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
Unharnessed then. Can you go on?
I think so. But to where?
What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The Blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve. Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate. However much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill. We don't have to do this.
Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty.
Over here! Get him!
In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you lacking. All this fire and fury, and for what? Stopping the blight? A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man.
How dare you?
You know naught of this world or of our place in it. If our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods. Defend yourself! Raise your guard! Get him! If reason cannot sway you, there are other means of persuasion that might. Rise, you must.
This one!
Are you ready?
This one! Go for it!
You will assume the mantle you've been given. And thus is the light of hope severed. You would yield so soon.
Never.
Clive!
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos, you wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation? And abandon everything we hold dear?
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours. And not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try. Don't look back! What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course.
Mid says Odin split the brothers tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherja, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a ship. We're to join him there when we're ready.
You sure that's wise?
Show me a...
We're running out. We've done our best still.
Let's hope so. I should visit Joshua. Assuming Talia will allow it.
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old horn. Well, anyway, the mine's just down the road from there, are spewing at it.
And the village?
Safe from the Zoltan and Dorish centre. If something ain't...
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. You reckon we should tell him?
No.
Yeah. How was she? The Enterprise.
Ah, see?
Don't tell me.
I expect like only trap and I.
If it's for the...
Oh, so we've got a couple of examples here.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the Mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like no. And what's more, we've collected.
So you want me to...
That's it. We're only... There's one up Amberway and another.
All right.
Will do.
With Canva in the hands of Akashic,
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
If you could swing a hammer.
would you like to see my wares? Thank you. Certainly. Thank you.
Well,
I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you...
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. So then, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition in mine. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead?
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequence. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did
what you had to do was your duty.
Even if it meant we all starved.
Enough. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is set.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, Clive. We're short enough on time, but still... You,
We can't have...
Right you are. Don't want any... Oh, and...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls.
No. Good idea.
I'm prepared to fight if I...
Well, let's hope you don't. Once the scouts are inside, no heroic luck.
August, the people here are tough and willing.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate, but it won't come to that. Take good care of Dravost till I get back.
Leave it to me. And... give those things what...
All right. Which one of you's first? Apparently not. You're not getting past me.
This one. Get him. Over here. Sick him. Get him. This one. Attack.
Now, the question is, did I miss any?
Man alive!
I slew as many as...
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall, but we got the bastard.
Good.
Though you do know, more will come in.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later.
Sid! Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. But mostly, I felt grateful. Dravoged won't forget.
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but with ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, we'll fortify the gates to the north. And I'll see that they're guarded day and...
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravos needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but... Dravoged isn't what it was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmeki. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day, because it's easy. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but the average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forging.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't. But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid.
And this is?
A token of a... But I'm of a mind to make you a far... Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a... I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel. And I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravoged in the... I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So between the two of us...
You know what? Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the...
As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan.
Come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts and all.
We were just about to make a start on that sword.
It's funny, but none... You remember Camille? We'll be using his leather work for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented...
A team effort.
No. Right.
To the bellows it is, then.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I, trust you'll take good care.
Thank you.
So?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history, but we're up for the challenge.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok.
That's a weapon I'd like to see.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time.
Good idea. No more drink. I never fought me in, and if it had... I'm saying Fordian, do you? Anything else?
The stew's awfully thin these days.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago. Those things I said before.
Oh, my wards and...
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders. It's not that any of those things...
And what does he want with North?
He wants to transform it into a foundation upon which he's already secured the support of the various army.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me.
What does Captain Philip? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied.
How? By speaking out against one of the most... A man who... The captain... Would you... And unlike... What?
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, in the garrison?
Overseeing the troop.
All right. I may have met this duke before, at the remembrance ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been...
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You got some business with the...
No, actually. I was hoping I might...
We're under orders not to let any civilian... But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard. Wait here.
So, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you...
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire...
Ah, you are worried the expanded garrison will render your yet you needn't be. A pride of place, in fact. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely which is more than can be said for Oriflamme. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe with Caer Norvent as her citadel. We need only build a wall around both to create a city that... Plans are already soon enough.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these... Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will... If Sandbreck is to be one whose authority is... That is why this... So that any man who wishes to join... And yet, there are the...
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have
Yes! And I told you then how putting the Empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain.
I'll come back later. The citizens revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
Or
Just
is enough.
And we just...
What do you... What? Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
Over here! This one.
I'll need to deal with these ones first.
It's over!
Now to find this spherical echo. This is it. Right then. Just two more to find.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
As long as you remain, the veil...
I did.
Oh, look.
Excuse me, do you have a...
The thing, innit?
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this. Captain.
For you? Certainly. Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you, do you intend to go along with it?
To tell you the truth, it's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you...
That's right.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's order.
Thank you, Clive. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Well, duty calls. Thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Ah, Clark, were you able...
I was.
Well, though I... They...
I fear needless then.
I thank...
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in. I told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it...
But why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about, protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, We need to stand together. With you to lead us, my lady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced there's no point following orders if they go against everything.
Indeed.
All of us. That has always been Northreach's best hope. And one which we have only to turn our attentions to the true. Thank you, Philippe, for showing...
Anything for you, my lady. Speaking of standing, I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the Guard.
Not at all.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for Northreach, especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our... I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then...
Until then...
We've got a few rooms going spare now. You want a bed for the
Ah, Claude, I lost all but it 8 minutes, so...
All right.
Thanks. There. That should be enough to keep...
Gizal agree?
Not the most better that than and chocolate ain't exact.
I'll take your...
Anyway, I'll go up...
I'm sure you...
Ah, what brings you to...
A delivery from...
These are Gizal greens. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings, then, is she? I jest, of course, but they...
Martha... That...
These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their love. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's... It's about time we all started to... Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses.
The Horde is close. They're together. Yeah.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for... We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive...
What if you...
You mean the...
So...
You're right, my lord. I will... My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I...
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me?
Lord Rosfield, my lady,
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded. By coordinating our with luck, that point will be the village. And for you and I...
A sound plan. I'd say you have both, please.
Ha!
Sir Wade!
Then you know what you... We work together. Each shield for Rosaria.
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue,
Then I will do as you...
Suppose we'd better do our bit too, then, eh?
Right, you...
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. I will not let this village fall.
Get him! Get him! This one! Get him! Kill! Get him!
Attack!
Get him!
Over here!
Get him!
Attack!
Get him!
Over here! Slow talk!
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in East?
Hard to say. I could order it attack.
No. Let you stay here too, Sir Wade. I'll go after the curl. Join me only when...
If you're sure. May the founder...
Next one's mine. I might not know what it...
Let's go.
Yeah!
right. Back to Eastpool.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl.
It's dead.
Thank the we were able to eradicate. I have guardians posted around. I hesitate to say it, but
I think it might.
We saved East. Thank you, my friends.
No, Sir Wade. It's us. You brought us together.
We never had nothing, but now we do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us. But there's no doubt in my mind, we're free men now. We have to...
And we shall. This is our home.
They'll have us.
Come on, then.
This village isn't gonna...
They're not slaves anymore.
No. Your father took... And I believe it.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain, after all.
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support?
Of course. And I, as Rosarians, have got stick.
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get... I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds.
All right.
Lord Rossfield, do you clearing the goblins? Since that day, there have been more than a few, when the odds, but every to be a shield. Know that whatever trials East...
So Wade, you have always been... I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria.
Thank you. I know the rest of them.
The hero return. It's lucky you... Not only did my seat...
I just did what I...
And its own. Take it.
Thank you, Martha.
So, he's... And a home.
Well, it was your right.
I know that. Though I suppose the rest... You know, bearers living free. Loath as I am...
I take it you didn't always...
Well, if you... In fact, that's how. He showed up at the stables one day. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt. Poking around in their innards. Something on me. I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed, and before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as right under my skin it did. Told him if he didn't like it. And do you know what he did? He smiled, and then I did the same.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same, just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, he certainly didn't lack...
Indeed, but the loftier one's ambitions. Which is why those of us who follow in...
Suppose you're right, and if we don't manage... Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you... Anyway... And better get back to work. The least the folks...
That sounds like a wonder.
This one.
The people of Armor might not have been the friendliest sorts, but they didn't deserve this. Not that the Aether cares. It springs up wherever it likes. Nowadays that seems to be all over. Mind how you go, Sid. There's a Kashik about.
Damn it. The whole village is turned. This one. Go for it.
Two down, one to go.
Ready, go? Run like the wind.
This might take a while.
This one. Go for it. Over here. Attack. This one. Get him. There you go. Get him. This one.
That's all of them.
Everything's back the way it was. I don't know.
Take that, you naughty thing!
Are
you there?
Speaking of men, they have our life. Victor,
What's the difference between a lord and a mayor?
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition.
Then you've come at... There are more camp, but we must...
All right.
There's one up...
Leave it with me.
Those ne'er-do-wells want to band together, let them. They'll be no match for us.
Faster!
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle. Be safe.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers. Take his head off!
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you? Ah, I see the bandits didn't...
No, but...
No.
What is it?
The whole town's in up. They're saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by... Still...
Oh, fuck.
I don't know where we go from here.
You're right.
And now everyone knows. Just look at him.
All lies, I'll wager.
Just once people make up their minds, it's hard to change. We need to do something. Convince the people not to let...
You're right.
I'm glad you agree. I'm a Dalmec. You head to the tavern. They know that Lord... Oh.
Lubor, stay here with it. I can't promise anything.
And that is all...
Why are you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a...
He knew all along that he would...
Forgive me for disturbing you, but...
I've seen...
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? The rumors that he's a bearer.
He'll never be mayor now.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued. In this, at least, he's done the town a service.
Leniency? He pretended to be...
I'm sorry, my lord, but he...
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from...
Perhaps. That is... And they will thank you not to get involved.
The townsfolk have made their minds up.
Nor I.
You never know.
All right.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
For a sharing.
I assume this is...
There's still hope.
But perhaps not in this lifetime.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. We'll talk some sense.
No. And your efforts would be better spent
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie. Let a blade yourself be true. Rather an ironic one when you... But I do not doubt, and so must I be. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic...
Don't go, Lubor.
You're the... We'll be all alone.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that...
How could it possibly be for the best? The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to...
It would not take it, Victor.
Over you. And so just like that, I thought you were better than... But it seems you had me.
Victor.
Forget it.
You sure you're making the right choice?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best. Ah, but where are my manners? Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can...
I'll bear it in mind.
What are you looking for?
A fine choice. May Gilbert smile upon you.
What's happened?
What is it this time?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask Elle how long we have until the bear. Find out exact...
All right.
Thanks, Clive.
Don't blame yourself, Elle. This is their...
I know, but...
No buts about it.
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our The talks with the Republican Army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consort, though prices have fallen of late. We deliberately offered above the going rate to try and... But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the Army jumped...
And you had no opportunity to make...
None at all.
Elle? What? I saw Vonnie leaving.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist were speaking. How did the Consortium even find out?
It's not so surprising. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually. I'm going to Randalar.
Alone?
Are you offering to be my bot? How kind. Meet me at the check. You go to Cat. Even if I fail, someone needs to prepare the place and keep any...
Oh, and that's me, is... Well, it looks like I'm following all for meeting the Silver Peak. She'll never join them after this, surely. She means to stay with us, then.
You have to trust her.
You're right. And if Elle's off, so I bid you, I'll gather my men. You go to Randalar.
I'll do my best. All right. To Randalar, then. I'd better not keep Eloise. It's waiting.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal. Looks like this is the end of it.
When are they gonna let us through?
Let's go. Faster!
straight home now.
Get him! Over here!
Herbert, did you arrange to speak with...
Here they are now.
You wished to consult with me?
I did. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves.
You misunderstand. The consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you, and so we resumed up.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due. But what is done is done. Come then.
Alas, you are too late, dear. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a pet. The bearers belong to him. Now,
who is your buyer?
A trader from across the wall. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own... That's what you get when you deal with continent...
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings.
That does sound... No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. And with it, my interest in...
My associates will be sorry to...
I'm sorry you weren't able to...
As am I. He was right. Yes, the Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bears. Their representative hinted at... I feigned interest in joining. As soon as he left, I...
So you never...
No. But I was a fool.
You tried.
I did. But they deserved... I wanted so...
Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The villagers, a pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its... Theo and the others are trying to hold them. They need help.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather...
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming.
Faster!
No need to ride from here. Where's Theodore?
Up!
These creatures have already turned. This one. Thicker. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy. This one. Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore! Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you!
Elle.
Theodore.
Take care of my sister.
Theodore, wait.
Goodbye, Elle.
Thank you, Clive.
That was true bravery he showed. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being.
And now he's gone, because I sent him to that place.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took.
To live my own life. He never could.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever...
We grew up in Canva. And I was chosen to I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo, a late bloomer. In more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into that before they could.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others, but he said you deserved a better life than this, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not won how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed and devoted myself to the family. But I have never regretted. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night, and the choice I made, and the fact that he was never a burden. If anything,
You weren't, Eloise. That he had always been grateful to you, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you would. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You did whatever was necessary to continue, and you always would have.
You're right. It was so weak. Oh, Theo. I know Theo wanted me to move on. But I'm staying here. We can make a difference here. I need nothing more from it. So I'll carry on, bringing smiles to Theo's. This is the life I have chosen.
I've made a choice of my own, to continue helping you however I can.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then.
Are you buying or selling? Of course. Anything else?
Lord Rossfield is
fallen ruin.
Indeed. As if
secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our method, mayhap it would please you.
Would that be possible?
Of course. Perchance I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings, but if you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be honored to relate any discoveries they have made to you directly.
All right. I'll go and meet with them.
They will be most gratified, I am sure. Might I suggest you take the road through Titan's Wake? It will lead you straight to the village after but a short walk.
Thank you.
I wish you.
Let's go.
take a while. That's better. Still be survivors. This one. Stay down. Over here. Get him. say it's their leader. Get him! Over here! Should have stayed in the past. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, I did not recognize you. We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here occupied their attentions. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that, your brothers might still be alive if you put... Surely this survey wasn't worth dying.
We are charged with uncovering Ultima's origins, a duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you...
And you think your dead brothers would...
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause. Now, to what do we owe the...
Cyril told me of your work here, and
I see. That is most kind. Pray, take them then, without... May the Firebird...
It's one thing to lay down your life for another, but for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
Ah.
Here.
My thanks. I shall study them, and inform you forthwith if I discover aught that might aid you.
Cyril, your survey party suffered several losses which could have been avoided. Were these your orders?
No. This was their. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is ours.
Even when death is
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful. The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless. We live to serve the Phoenix.
Cyril, I know that you and your brother, but allow me to offer you a word of it. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender. Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they might live to do their duty. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua, please.
I thank you. If you will permit me to respond. Our faith in his grace, and we of the Undying, will do what we believe as first shield to the Phoenix. I am sure you understand.
I do.
Then we are of the same...
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot. Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
You earned this.
All done?
With Canva in the hands of Akashic.
Ah, sir.
Good, thanks.
That's brilliant. Oh, fit. May I...
She's a beauty.
You saved my beat.
It's fine, really.
Oh, don't say that.
You could just...
How about that clap? And I reckon it's a mess.
Stretchy.
Ah. So?
Thank you, Owen.
And I wanted to get... Can't think of any right now. Maybe even out there. One day.
They'll hardly believe...
So, she don't need sails?
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? Yet still, it was not. The king could have ended me at any moment. But instead...
You...
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that... I'm sorry, brother. It's just... I have never felt so... Perhaps... perhaps the prince feels this...
is this place?
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few. You will.
Of course.
Set on leaving already? I
How long will it take?
don't know, about maybe less. All depends on where.
Yes, we have to assume that the whole of...
Then we must find a place they won't think to look.
The professor. I'll go and.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsmen.
Then I'll talk to Karen about some...
Your brother's body won't take much.
I do.
The stew's awfully thin.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me. But I could...
Come back.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going her.
Did she?
Following up on once they'd settled.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the beastmen. I'll go and find her.
If she's not moved on already.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
The world seems to be changing so fast lately I can hardly keep up. But what I do...
Want to know how to tell if the world's going to rack and ruin? Look for busy blades.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
It's been a pleasure, Doris.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid?
You. I heard you were out here on your own, tracking our slaver.
Of course. She's no fool.
That was her just now, wasn't so?
I'd say so. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into... After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort. Which she's dangerous, Sid. but I think I can stop her.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort.
The Baum Archers.
No use calling Ambrosia now. Let's go.
Yeah!
Good. They haven't... How did Doris come to know we're asleep?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try. So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I surrender. Do with me as you wish.
Sid!
Ah, Doris. I take, I always wondered, but casting your lot with this criminal of all.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons. She raised me like a daughter, and I did.
It wasn't all terrible. Surely, you were always so eager to learn. But you proved yourself a master of both. How about it, my little dagger?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever. To liberate the bearers of this. Farewell, master.
You always were, or perhaps that's the reason I love.
What do you want to do with...
I am not the killer she wanted me to be, and she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that...
All right.
I am. And thank...
And I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideout. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to...
I'd been hoping as much. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sunbreak. Went quietly, or so we're told, and she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too... Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't.
I hope so. You had quite the past yourself before you came. Anyway, thanks and
keep up the good work, Cole.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
I still say it were a compliment.
Ah, Clyde, please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy.
I'm not here for Mid.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one?
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for and we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and split.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion? Very little is known of Ash, and the infant. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day if there is anywhere safe to land.
Then tell us what we will find.
But no splinters.
All right, all right. But interrupt me. You see, Clive, you had the...
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were wrecked. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be...
Well said. Thank you, Lady
If a few more...
Probably more. Mid. I need everyone in the ale hall. I'll fetch Joshua from the...
Aye, aye, Captain.
I have no reason.
Clyde, and you both now.
Wait. I need to speak to everyone.
Right away. My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So if we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and full prey. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large part, as well as slow our march, and require supplies, which may be difficult. Only Joshua and I, and a scout. Preferably a good one.
You bet your ass. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay in If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs...
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone...
Don't worry. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But if there are no questions...
Of